welcome to the course Data Mining. Our today's topic is text data mining. I am Priyanka Gupta, working as an assistant professor at Institute of Aeronautical Engineering in Computer Science and Engineering Department. The topics I am covering today are: what is text data, what is text data mining, what is the need of text mining, the process of text mining, what are the levels of text processing, the steps of pre-processing process. In that we will cover collection of document, we can call corpus, tokenization, stop word removal, stemming, the 7 practice areas of text mining, advantages and disadvantages of text mining. Advantages and disadvantages of text mining. Let's get started. What is text data? What is text data while we are doing data mining? So we all moving towards a world of globalization or digitalization, right? So our information are also taking the e-format. So what is text data? As we know, we all moving towards the world of digitization, right? We all are having all type of data in digital form. So our information are also taking the e-format, right? So that is nothing but the text database. Text database, right? So the text is nothing but the combination of characters. The text, some text is written, so that is nothing but the combination of characters, right? The data stored in the computer can be any, these are the forms. As we have already discussed, we are having 3 types of data, that is structured data, semi-structured data and unstructured data. So what is structured data? The data which is stored in the structured form. We can say in the form of table, in the form of like something like that data that is in some structured form. Like it is having also some of the tables we are having, right? So some of the files is called structured. What are semi-structured? That is having the unstructured and structured format, both of them. Like images and all type of data, images data, video data, that are all semi-structured data. What is unstructured data? That has not been structured. That is raw data in the world, that is called as unstructured data, right? So the data is stored in the database. An example for structured form of data. So if we are having the database management system, in there we are having the database. So that is saved as a structured format. That is having the structured form of data, right? So for example, in the RDBMS and Oracle, the data is having the structured type of format, right? So what is huge data? What is huge data nowadays? So we can see in the past data till 2013, the Google processes 5.13 beta queries per day. That was in 2013. The Twitter receives 340 million tweets per day. That was in 2012. Facebook has 2.5 petabyte of user data plus 15 terabyte per day data. That was in 2009. April. eBay, the company is having the 6.5 petabyte of user data plus 50 terabyte of per day user data. That was on 2009. So that has become the 7-8 years. So what we can imagine, the data we have more than petabyte data is available in the world, right? So the huge data, from the huge data we have to extract the information. So that is nothing but the text database. in the 80-90% of all the data held in the various unstructured format that I have said, that is raw data. So in the world that we are going to use the data that is unstructured, that is till 90% of the whole data, right? So useful information can be derived from this unstructured data. The idea of text mining came into the area of language technology in the 90s. So from 90s, we are going to mining the text from the unstructured, structured, semi-structured data, right? So from the multidisciplinary view, we can have the text mining is a multidisciplinary field that is concerning retrieval of information, analysis of text, extraction of information, categorization, clustering, visualization, mining of data, and machine learning. So we can have the data mining on the text on the form of, we have to do the retrieval of information, analysis of text, we have to extract the information from that data, unstructured data, we have to do categorization, we have to do clustering, visualization, and we have to apply machine learning on that also. So the data mining field, the text mining field is nothing but the multidisciplinary field, right? So for example, for the sentimental analysis, for the social media and network analysis, we can see the topic modeling, text clustering, document segmentation, summarization, movie recommendation, and news recommendation. In these of the some fields, we are applying the text mining. So what is sentiment analysis? That is nothing but the that is having the some type of sentiment on that. So on the social media, we are having the text. What are the data in the form of text we have to mine, that comes under the these of the areas, right? These are the examples. So we must perform searching and extracting information from the web text using NLP processing. That is nothing but the natural language processing. So this technology we have to perform, we have to apply on the for the searching and extracting the information from the web data. So if you are having the World Web data or Google data, so on to extract, to mine that type of data, we have to apply the natural language processing technology on that, so that we can search and extract the useful information from the web data. So what is text data mining actually? Text mining is also called as text data mining, right? So the purpose is to unstructured information, extract meaningful numeric indices from the text. So the purpose is we have to extract the useful information and useful numeric value from the text. That text is nothing but the unstructured, right? So thus make the information contained in the text accessible from the various algorithm. So for to extract that type of information, we have to apply the some type of algorithm on that. So there are some of the techniques that are we have seen. The NLP, natural language processing, can be used as a pre-processing technique. So while we are going to pre-process the text, we need to apply this NLP language, and then to harvest data and get an initial understanding of the pattern that is existing in the data, right? So various these type of algorithm also are there from which we can extract the information. The information can extract to derive, summarize, contained in the documents, right? So you can analyze words, clusters of words used in document. So like that, we can we can mine the text words. From that text, we have to analyze some of the words, some of the clusters of word. So from that particular document. So in the most of general terms, text mining will turn text into numbers. So what it means? It means while we are mining any type of structure statement a word that will turn into the number while we are doing text mining. So, such as predictive data mining projects, the application of unsupervised learning methods. So, on that, we can understand while we are doing the predictive data mining, then the text turn into the numbers, right? So, that was the meaning of text data mining. So, in this figure, we can see here some of the fields are there. Some of the related things are there on that text mining is working. So for the numerizing the text, we are using the text mining. For the applications, we are using the text mining. Some of the applications, the process is going on while we are doing pre-processing or post-processing for the text mining. Then we are having the incorporating results. Then we are applying that text mining in the some of the area. There we are having the some type of approaches or algorithm. So while we are doing the processing or pre-processing, after that we are applying the some type of algorithm. And here also we are having the pros and cons. We can see advantages and disadvantages of text mining. So what are the advantages and disadvantages we are having? We will see after we will do the text mining from the any type of sources. So what is the need of text mining actually? What is the need? Text mining is useful for handling textual data, right? Textual data. So which can be semi-structured, right? And which can be unstructured. So that is the main purpose to mine the text data from the textual data, right? So that can be semi-structured or unstructured. So most of the textual data are available in unstructured format. So most of the time, because the world is coming into the digitalization platform, so all the data we are fetching from anywhere, that is raw only. We are fetching the raw data, right? So the raw data is nothing but the unstructured data. So to working on that data, we have to make the unstructured data into the structured data. So that is a cons also while we are having the unstructured format of the data, right? So that is why, because we on the basis of that we are only have to do the text mining, so that we can have the useful information from the all of the unstructured data, right? So although it is difficult for the user to manipulate unclear data, so the data that is unclear, that is unstructured, so here text mining comes. So here text mining becomes most of the useful method for the information retrieval, right? So why? Because we are having the unstructured data, we have to fetch the information from that. So the text mining is while we are applying the text mining, then we will take the information retrieval and we can take the information from that. The process of text mining help to recover the high quality information, right? So if we will apply the some type of pre-processing, post-processing method, and then we are going to apply the some type of algorithm and languages on that, so that we obviously will get the high quality information, right? So from the different sources of the available databases. The relevance of text mining can be understood by the anyone who is part of the digital world. So if although we don't know about that what is text mining, what is data mining, we in the Roman language we can know about the in the layman language we can know what is text mining. The text mining is nothing but while we are having the information from the digital world, how we are going to fetch the information from the digital world. Process of text mining. So this is a figure while we are understanding the what is the process of data mining. So the process of data mining involves a series of activities to perform to mine the information. So what are these? Here we can see. So first we need to do the text pre-processing. So first process is we need to do the text pre-processing, right? Second is we need to text transformation. We need to do text transformation on the whole of the unstructured data. After that, we need to do feature selection. Then after, we need to extract the useful features from the information, right? And then we are going to do the data mining from that particular data. After that, we need to evaluate that. We need to get the results from that, and then we can apply those on the some of the applications, right? So we will have the some type of fields on that we can apply that text mining process, right? So this was all about the text mining process. Levels of text processing. So what are the levels of text processing? It is under the umbrella term text processing. Our concept text mining occurs. So while we are doing the text processing, then our text mining comes, right? So the unifying theme behind each of these technology is the need of turn into the numbers, right? Turn into the numbers. So that is nothing but while we are doing the turn into the numbers, so powerful algorithm can be applied to the large document databases. So if we are having the some long databases, we are having the large databases, on that we need to apply the text mining and we will get the text into the numbers. Before moving to the steps involving the text mining, let's have a glance at the levels of text processing. So what are the level on that? What we are applying? So first is word level. We need to check the level of word. Then words property. We need to understand what are the properties can be of word. Can we have in the simple word. Another is stop words. What are the stop words are there? From there the sentence is going to stop, right? Where the sentence is going to stop. So while we are doing the text mining, we need to understand the statement processing levels. So that is the levels. Word level, word properties we need to understand. Stop word we need to understand. Then stemming. We need to understand the stemming of the words. Frequent engrams. So there are also frequent engrams occurring. So we need to understand that also. What are the word mate, sentence level, documents level, documents collection level, linked document collection level, and application level. So these were the some levels of the text mining process. Steps involved in pre-processing of text mining. So the steps most commonly occurs while we are doing the process of text pre-processing in the text mining data. First is collection of documents, we can call corpus. So that collection of documents is nothing but we call as corpus, right? Second is tokenization. Third is stop word removal, right? So these fourth is stemming. So these are the steps we need to do on the process of pre-processing of text mining. Fifth is apply text mining techniques. So at the end we need to apply some type of text mining techniques. Collection of document corpus. So what is collection of document? We can say corpus. So first step involved in the collection of document, that is creation of corpus. So how we are going to create the document? Right? So corpus is a collection of language data in the machine readable form. So we need to understand what is corpus, and corpus is nothing but the collection of language data that we can that the machine can understand. Right? So we need to convert our text or document into the corpus. So for example, we are having the text corpus, we are having the written corpus, right? So the collected documents can be unstructured or structured also, right? Because the raw data can be of any form. The document can be of any form, right? So for each of the field, we can construct its own corpus. We can also retrieve some of our corpus, like collection of document that is in the field of education and medical and many more. So we can also can have our written corpus. We can have also available corpus on the database. So we can use any type of collection of document while we are doing the text mining. Next is tokenization. Tokenization in pre-processing. So tokenization is the important the fundamental step in the processing of textual data. So what is actually tokenization? We will see. The major goal of tokenization is to construct the stream of characters. So what is tokenization? The tokenization need is to convert a stream of characters into a stream, right? Into one stream. So a stream of characters into one stream of processing units called tokens. So that we will call as that stream we will call as token, single token. So that is the process called as a tokenization. While we are doing the converting the stream of characters into the one stream are called token. Tokenization is the language dependent approach. The typological features of a language need to consider. So basically the tokenization is obviously that is the text data, so it will be dependent on the language, how the language is written, what are the features of language and all. So this is the typical typological feature of a language. While we are doing the tokenization, we need to consider. It segments the whole text into the world. So what was that? A stream of character into the stream, that is nothing but the word. So the whole text we need to convert into the words by removing blank spaces and comma. So what we are having in the whole of the document, we need to tokenize that into the useful information into the while we are doing the processing of that data, that's text data. So on the language part of we need to work on, and we need to remove all of the blank spaces and comma also while we are doing the tokenization of the word, tokenization of the word, tokenization of the text while we are doing the tokenization, and then it is converting into the simple words. So this is the example we can see here, the word tokenization with Python and NLTK. So we are in the Python language, in the Python programming language, we are having the NLTK library. That is nothing but the NLTK library that exists that are using for the natural language processing. That is used for the natural language processing. Sorry, natural language processing. In the natural language processing, we are having the NLTK library in the Python programming. So we have used that to tokenize the text. We are having the text, like we are having the some Tamil text here, if you can see here. So here some Tamil text is written. So we have to tokenize that, and then we are getting the each of the word along with the character, along with the spaces, commas. Here is the dot, here is the comma. So like that we will tokenize each of the text, each of the word. So like this the tokenization process is going on. So here we can see the word punctuate tokenization. So punctuations are also separated into from the text. So like this the tokenization process is going on while we are doing the processing of texts. Stop word removal. So that is the another form while we are doing the while we are doing the text mining. So stop word removal involves in the process of removing the special characters, right? So here, like we can say punctuations, numerals, and other such aspects which is related to the special characters. So that is nothing but when while we are removing these type of punctuation, special characters, that is nothing but the stop word removal. If the data is accessed from the web, then removal of HTML, XML tags from the web pages is also a task of stop word removal. For example, if we are having the web data, so also we are having the some of the tags, right? Some of the text in the XML, right? Like this, we are having the tags. So we need to remove while we are doing the text mining. Moreover, the frequently repeated words in the text also comes under the task of word removal. So we can also understand if the word is frequently occurring, frequently repeating, then also we need to apply the stop word removal. Then the process of stop words like a, am, the, and, but, that is performed. So we can see in this example that the raw input was in Tamil word, that was the some sentence written, and while we have applied the stop words removal, so what we have got here the like some of the words have been removed, some of the punctuations have been removed from the particular sentence, particular text. So that is the process of while we are doing the stop word removal. Yes, here we can see simply stop. This was the original text, that is information systems Asia world provides research is related, like that. So here some of the words are highlighting is, comma, 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 and, even, by, with a, on, comma, dot, off, to, comma, with an, on, and hyphen. So these are the, here also dot, and here comma. So these are the punctuations and some of the special characters we need to remove from the doing the stop removal, the stop word removal process. So here what we have got information systems Asia web provides. Simply we have got all of the text while we are having the dot here. So it is not removing the dot because the sentence completing here. So like this we can have the stop word removal process. Stemming. In the stemming process, what is stemming particularly? Stemming refers to the process of identifying the root of the certain word. So from where the word has came, like that things we need to identify from the whole of the text. There are basically two types of stemming. First is inflexional and second is derivational. First is inflexional and second is derivational. Stemming is a technique for reducing the words into their root form, right? So we will see in the example what is the root form. Many of the words in the English language can be reduced to their base form or stem. So the form we are calling as stem, right? So what are these? Agreed, agreeing, disagree, agreement, disagreement belong to agree. So what are the terms related to some of the word like that is making the adjective, like that? So the base form will be the same, but there will have some root of the word. So that is related to that word. So here we can see if the word is agree. So from there we can have the agreed, we can have the agreeing, right? We can have the disagree, we can have the agreement, we can have the disagreement. So in the stemming, we need to identify the root word, that is agree, that is nothing but the agree. So in that process, we need to identify and we need to process the repeating root word. So we need to reduce that also. Applying text mining techniques. So after doing these of the processes, we need to apply some of the techniques on that. So in the data mining, we are having some of the techniques, data mining techniques we need to apply here. So for the analyzing the test, we can use the different text mining techniques, that is clustering, classification, summarization, domain identification, etc. In some of the cases, the required technique are repeatedly applied until desired information is extracted. So what is this? That belongs to, if we are having some of the text and we need to extract some of the information, so we need to apply these algorithm after we are doing the pre-processing, and then while we are not getting the related output, related information, so again we need to apply the same other algorithm on that. Until that we need to apply, and till that we are not getting the wanted output, wanted information from that. The 7 practice areas of text mining. So while we are having the we have applied the pre-processing, we have got the some of the useful information. So that information from where we can have that type of information, we should have some of the area from there we can fetch that type of information. So first is search in information retrieval. So if we need to search for the document, we need to search for the information. So this is the process in that storage and retrieval of text document, including search engines and keyword search. So from these of the area, we need to identify the text mining, right? So we are doing text mining here. If we are having the document clustering, in that grouping and categorization of terms, paragraphs, documents using the data mining clustering method. So we need to cluster the document, and when after that we need to fetch the text from the some of the document. Although we are having the document classifier. So here grouping and categorization of paragraphs are document using the data mining classifications model. So we need to apply the data mining classification methods here, and the based on model trained on labeled examples. So while we are having the document classification, we need to apply the classification algorithm on that. When we need to apply the web text mining for web, so we need to if we are having the data and text mining on the internet and World Wide Web with a specific focus on the scale and interconnectedness of the web. So from there we need to fetch that type of text. Information extraction. So that is in identification and extraction of the relevant fact and the interrelationships from the unstructured text. The process of making structured data from the unstructured data and semi-structured data. So if we are having the unstructured and semi-structured data, we need to transform that data into the structured data. So in that process, we are having the identification and extraction. So that is nothing but the information extraction from the raw data. That is nothing but the unstructured and structured, semi-structured data. Sixth is natural language processing. So the natural language processing is the low language processing. Low language processing and the understanding task, that is in that we need to do the tagging part of speech. NLP often used in the terms of computational linguistics. So while we are having the sum of the world, we need to calculate the linguistics also on that. So statistical NLP, a set of algorithm for converting unstructured data into the structured data objects. So to convert this type of data, that is the algorithm. So while we are applying this algorithm for obtaining the structured data. Concept extraction. The grouping of words and phrases that into the semantically similar. groups. So we need to change the group of words and phrases into the semantically similar words or groups. So that was some of the 7 areas while we are going to apply the text mining data process, right? So that is the figure of the same of the four of the areas. That is nothing but the information extraction, NLP, data mining, and information retrieval. What are the applications of text mining where we can apply the text mining data process? So text mining applies in a variety of areas. Some of the most common area are web mining, right? Web mining. If you are having the world web data, on that we can apply the data mining. Medical data, on the medical data we can apply and we can extract some of the like gene data, gene coding data, like that we can abstract the data from there. Resume filtering, right? Analyzing open-ended survey options, responses, right? Automatic processing of messages, emails. From that also, if we need to extract some of the text mining, we need to apply. So these are the area we can apply. Analyzing warranty insurance claims, diagnostic interviews also. Investigating competitor by crawling their websites. So what is the crawling process here? So some of the websites that are we can say e-commerce websites are there, so they need to do competition. So for their competitor websites, they are doing the crawling process. They are stealing they're stealing their data, and like that they are reducing their prices for the particular items. So they need to crawl from the another of the websites. So for that also the text mining process is needed, right? So these were the some applications on that we can apply the text mining. What are the advantages of text mining? Some advantages of text mining are web mining essentially has many advantages that make this technology attractive to corporates, including the government agency, right? So according to that, we can have the text mining. This technology has enabled e-commerce to do personalized marketing. So for the, as we know, the this is the era of digitalization. So the all of the social media marketing companies are working through the web. So the e-commerce company working through the web, so they need marketing, and for their marketing the text mining become the most useful tool or technique. So as it includes the eventually results in the higher trade volumes, so they can have the good competition while they are doing the text mining, and then they can get more profit from that. The government agencies are using this technology to classify threats. So some of the government agencies are also doing the text mining process, and so they can simply stop stealing the data from the web, we can say from their websites. So for that they are using the text mining. So the predicting capability can benefit the society like this by identify the criminal activities. So if we can stop the threat, we can stop the criminal activities on the web. So that is only because of the text mining. So we can also benefit the society from that. So the text mining like that comes into the picture. The companies can establish a better customer relationship exactly by giving them exactly they want, exactly they need. So by the competition, the companies can text mine. They can mine the good text, and they can have the better competition, and they can also give the better items to the customers. Right? Companies can understand the needs of the customer better, and further they can react to customer needs faster. So like that, they can also process their their reaction. They can also react like quickly, and they can have the better competition with their competitors. So either on the end, the customer is going to benefit from the these of the companies. What are the disadvantages of text mining? So some of the disadvantages also is there from the text mining. The first is the most criticized ethical issue involving the web mining, right? So on the while we are doing the web mining, some of the ethical issues can come is the invasion of privacy. Privacy is considered lost when the information concerning for the individual obtained. So if you are obtaining the information regarding the any man individuals, so the obtained data from the text menu we can analyze, we can cluster, and the that we can have the some of the information from that. So we can say the data is going to be anonymous, but either our data has been leaked. So that is the invasion of privacy, we can say the loss of privacy. So that was the first issue, first disadvantages. The second disadvantage is that is an important concern, that the company collecting the data, right? So for this that is for a specific purpose might use the data for a totally different purpose, and this is essentially violates the user's interest. Why? Because they are accessing the personal data of the customer, so that the faith will not be there. So they are violating the rule, because the customer don't know in the if they are not asking for that, and simply they are using that data. The growing trend of selling personal data as a commonly encourages website owners. So nowadays that has become common. They are selling and using the personal data of customers, so that is to trade personal data obtained from their site. This trend has increased the amount of data being captured, also traded, increasing the likeliness of one's privacy being invaded. So what is the extract from that? Although we need the companies are stealing the data, we can say they are violating the users interest, because they are simply they are getting the data from the another website and they are using as a competition. But although the privacy is leaking, the once privacy is invading, so that is a bad idea they are using for that. So that is a disadvantage of text mining. Conclusion is that, to sum up, the text mining is the need of modern days. It is the key concern of this 20th century language technology. The area of text mining is still striving towards perfection. So we are on the working side. We are not having the perfection on the same like mining, data mining. So we need to work on that. The text mining is a young multidisciplinary field which draws on information retrieval, data mining, machine learning, statistics, and computational linguistics. So this is a combination of these of the 4-5 fields, and that can also can have apply on the many areas, many different areas. So that is a very like new thing to do. So while we can have the information from the these of the documents. So it is high time to go on serious discussion and research in the area of text mining. So although there are much of the information while we are having in the government agencies, while we are having in the on the web, while we are having on the individuals, we need to work on that. We need to process the useful information. Apart from that, we need to do research on the field of text mining. So that was all from the text mining. We will continue in the next lecture. Thank you for watching.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.